like, Grady, you don't need to have these long conversations with people. You're not gonna be the deciding factor whether or not they're gonna do something here. Your job is to answer some initial questions, explain the opportunity, and challenge them to move forward. A non-licensed conversation should be 5 to 7 minutes, and a licensed conversation should be 7 to 12 minutes. And I was like, what?
Hi, everybody. Grady Polson. Welcome to the America Agency.
So for non-licensed, these are the questions I'm asking. What are you currently doing now? Right? What are you doing right now? I'm in solar. I'm a server. I'm currently selling insurance at some, or I'm not selling insurance, I'm non-licensed. I'm currently selling cars, right? What makes you want to get into life insurance sales? Why do you want to get into it? Well, leads look interesting, compensation looks interesting. Have you ever been a business owner? I'm asking them a harder question. Have you ever been a business owner? I want to know if they've ever done anything. No, I've never been a business owner. Are you aware of the costs associated with running your own business? Why do I want to know that? Because I want them to know that it's going to be costs from E&O, which if you go to it through Integrity Connect, it's the cheapest E&O in the industry now. If they want to get a dialer, they're going to get staff, right? These are additional costs. And then what do you want to make? When I'm talking to a non-licensed person, I want to know what they want to make. What kind of goals do they have? Are they trying to set big goals and make a lot of money? Are they just making 45 grand and they want to make 60? Well, why do you want to not make more? Right? Are they making 60 and they want to make 250? Great goals. Okay, now we're trying to do something here. Right? If you're going to give your time, you could be with your family or selling, your responsibility to yourself and your business, asking them these questions because I want to know what kind of person they are. And if I'm going to give my time away from my wife and my kids to help this person, I want to know they have big goals. People that don't sell a lot are dangerous. Why? Because they don't have anything, they don't have much to lose. And they'll roll you some debt, they'll sell a few policies, and then they'll ghost you. I want people with big goals and big dreams. Don't you? Don't you want to talk to people that got big goals and big dreams all day long? That's a fun place to be. So in that philosophy is, what do you want to make? Right? So these are the non-licensed questions. Now, when they're licensed, this is a great line. Talking to someone that's licensed, and maybe they're another company, they're checking you out, you're having a conversation, you go, are you recruitable? Are you recruitable? Are you looking to get something? Are you looking to get out of your current company? Are you recruitable? It's a great line. Why? Because it sets it right on the table. I'm selling insurance. I'm doing good. We're having a conversation. So something you're not happy about, and we haven't gotten to that point yet, but are you recruitable? Well, I don't know. What do you got? Okay, cool. What do you like about what you're currently doing? I like insurance, right? What do you not like about what you're currently doing? I don't like that I'm limited with leads. I don't like my low comp. I don't like the fact I only have one carrier, right? What are your goals? Man, I would love to build an agency one day, right? Have you ever worked leads before? Well, my company gives me leads. Okay, you understand that that's great, but you're paying for the leads regardless. Like, you're 40% comp, you're paying for the leads. So why not come over here and start at 90 and you can buy your own leads and be in charge of your own business? Right? So you're having this conversation with people about from licensed or non-licensed in regards to what they're going through. So we have and this is a long training call, right? My calls are tight, right? They're quick. I told you they're short, 7 to 12 minutes, but I'm trying to expand all this to give you the concepts that as you go through this, what you're trying to accomplish is you're having these conversations with people. So you want to ask those questions because great line in business and life, the one who asks the questions controls the conversation. They start asking you, right, you get on the phone with a lead, they go, I just want a quote. I just want a quote. No, I understand you want a quote, John. I'd love to give you a quote, but my office requires me to ask a few sort of health questions and a few monetary questions and then determine what you're eligible for, right? Take back control, right? Same thing with recruiting, right? You're showing, and a big part of recruiting is if you're taking all this time to recruit, you're then teaching the recruit that it takes this long to present this business opportunity. I don't want to be on the phone for 45 minutes to someone that's not getting started. I want to be on the phone with someone for 2 minutes. It's not getting started, but I'll have infinite patience for a worthwhile prospect and have an infinite time for someone that's interested in this business. And so that's kind of where I would lay here, right? There's a lot of nuance into this, but you want to cover the main point. First, you want to find out who they are, right? Fun, money, caring details. You want to talk about the main points that we offer here, from free training, access to leads, top compensation, renewals, no fees, and bonus. And then you want to find out a little bit more about them. What do they like about what they're currently doing? What do they not like about what they're currently doing? Are they recruitable? Do they want to get started today, or they need to think about it? Do they have somebody on their team they want to bring over? They happy where they're at and they just want additional income? You need to get them the coursework. So, but this is the key point, right? So if you take anything away from this call, when you're recruiting, the person you're talking to is making a decision of, do I like you? Do I want to continue to talk to you? And do I want to do what you're doing? So having a mature, confident way you're communicating is super important. But the same standpoint is you have to know that that person is like on a leap of faith looking at something new. They're either unhappy, they're not happy, they're not doing well financially, they're stressed, they're disenchanted, they're frustrated, right? They've got a lot of things going on in their life, which is why they're looking at a new career. Maybe you cold prospect, warm prospect, and whatever, but they're going to then make a decision to join you. But in a good recruiting, we use what's called a recruiting triangle, right? It's you, your prospect, and some other tool or element, right? I often use a recruiting video. Stephen, Trey made good videos over the years. We're working on a new one. I'll use a call. I'll use a YouTube training video, right? And understanding all that is that people are judging you based on you, right? You right now might go, this guy's loud and he's old, or I don't know why you're judging me. Or you might go, this is good stuff. I don't know what you're saying. You're still here. So I hope you're saying you're learning something. We'll take that. We'll go that positive route. But your recruit is thinking, do I want to do this? So one of the best ways I've found, and this is if you take anything from this call and you want to build a business, do this for me. That'll be 1A. I'll go with zero right now. I'd suggest starting an email list. I'm huge into email lists. I use a service called Aweber. There's a bunch of different one out there. Don't use MailChimp because they kicked me off because I was an insurance broker. So I always do every call. I try to, shit on MailChimp, PG-13 call, sorry. But they kicked me off. And I was like, why are you kicking me off? They're like, well, we don't do insurance. And I was like, well, you're screwing up because I'm going to have a huge list. And I paid Aweber $50,000 over the past, few years. I digress. Get an email list and add your prospects to it and send positive stuff. Add your prospects to it and send positive stuff, right? No just means not right now. I reached out to Andrew in 2015. We had our first conversation. I didn't get started till 2018. Seemed to work out for both of us, right? Infinite patience for a worthwhile prospect. And you can do that very well with email. Like social's great and all, but you can mute someone, etc. But the same standpoint, if you're sending out a leaderboard, here's a training call, this is this great new update, like just send positive stuff to your prospects and they'll look forward. A lot of people are watching forever. I had a guy right now, one of my top producers, he was the first guy I prospected in 2018. Now he's writing 100 a month. Thank God he stayed on my email list for both of us, right? He's a great asset to the company, changed his life forever.
Hey there, hope you're enjoying the training. Real quick, we came out with this insurance sales guide. And it's over 100 pages of product knowledge, scripts, referrals, how to get referrals, rebuttals, everything that you could want to get from where you are to truly top producer level. Link below, go ahead and grab it and we'll send it out to you free.
So start email list. But here's the closing points, and I'll give you your homework and we'll get you out of here in the next couple of minutes. Thank you for staying on. Get them plugged into team activities. Get your if they go, yes, I want to get started, right? I'm interested. I want to move forward. This sounds great. And this is a lot of hoopla for we literally present the best deal that's out there. People that want to make additional money and are into sales love what we do. Is the only reason is not the only, but it's one of the major reasons why we're growing at the trajectory we are. Why? Because it's a great opportunity. We've got leads. You can work from home. The commissions are fantastic, right? If you're doing sales, you should be selling insurance. And there's 100 million people out there that need our help. Whether they're getting married, having a baby, moving, retiring, there's all kinds of life events that happen constantly, change jobs, had coverage, don't have coverage, they want more coverage, etc. There's so many life events that happen that we can then bring in new opportunities to sell life insurance. So we're growing like crazy. So this isn't a lot of showmanship. I'm not a magician up here juggling 7 balls on fire. I'm trying to expand this training to give you some concepts and challenge you to go do this because it can change your life if you actually go do it, not just internally, but you can change others. And when you help other people get what they want, you get everything that you want. And so, but get them plugged into team activities. And I say this deliberately because what happens is you go recruit a prospect and they're like, yeah, I'm interested. You send them the coursework, they get started, life gets busy, whatever. 2 things happen. One, life gets busy and they go, "Oh, this coursework's boring. And oh my God, I got to learn about tort law and all kinds of stuff that like, am I ever going to use this? No, but that's okay. You need to get the license and then, then you're in the club. But as that doubt starts to set and they talk to other people and then they go, mention it to their buddy who's, still lives on his mom's couch and drinks a six pack every night, right? I should ask my six pack drinking couch living buddy about life insurance sales. He's a good barometer for success and accomplishment. No, he's not, but he's your buddy. So you have to live in opinion of your buddies because you spend time with them. And that's why you got to be careful. Choose your circle closely. So, but you get them plugged into team activities, meaning you get them on calls, you get them plugged into um, uh, your calls, period. Get them at the office if you can. Get them to come to a lock-in. Get them to an event. Why? So they can see the bigger picture. They can see the bigger picture. They can see this is real. But at the same standpoint, if they're not going to plug into team activities early on, what's the chances that they're going to be here long term or they're going to be here at all? Right? I got a guy that I've been helping getting some recruits, and he's got it. Like I do a roundtable base shop call, and he doesn't get any of his recruits on. I'm like, why are none of the agents that we put into contracting on the call on Monday? Well, they're busy. Busy too, man. But like, what do we mean? Like, what do you mean? They're too busy being broke. They can't show up to the call where we talk about insurance sales, and I get people on there that write $10,000 a week on what they say, the word checks, the scripts, the lead vendors. They're that busy. Like, what are we doing here? Like, no, that is the manager, the recruiter being weak early on, and that's okay. You can be weak for a little bit. You weak long term, you lose your life. You got to toughen up. And this is a huge philosophy for many of you that want to go recruit. You're too soft on people. And not that I'm mean or I'm yelling or anything. I'm passionate right now. But like, if the guy who writes 30,000 a month wants to build a team, he's got to treat the recruits the way he treats his leads. He's following up with the leads. He's texting them. He's checking with the clients. He's sending thank you cards. He's passionate about protecting that client. He should also be passionate about how he protects his time with recruits. Because you gave that guy 30 minutes. And then you spend an hour with him walking him through HCMS. And then you spend a half hour with him giving him a back office tour. But he can't show up for the Monday call. Too busy being broke, right? That's important. You're all here right now. You all had something to do this morning, but you chose to show up. So I applaud you. I'm proud of you. I'm grateful for you. And that's the difference of winners and losers. Losers make excuses and winners make it happen. That's life. They're never the same people, ever. So get your recruits as fast as you can plugged in team activities. And if they won't show up, you challenge them. And if they don't, then you just move on, leave them on your email list. You ain't got time for that. Don't send them to your contracting manager. She's too busy. She don't want to deal with all the attestations and all the stuff they got to deal with in contracting to make this thing happen. So make attendance to calls mandatory. Calls, conventions, and that they do what they said they're going to do. They are not successful so far. So stop treating them like they've earned space. Challenge them, make them get on stuff. You have to. Otherwise, delete them from your phone and move on because their time suck. And that's okay. Let them go suck someone else's time. You're too busy writing 20, 30, 40,000 a month and changing your life. And there's more people out there that are looking to spend time with you. Willie, Giovanni, Emerald, Casey, EDG, I don't know what that means. Crystal, Connor, Corrine, Andre, it's good to see you. Caesar, what's up, bro? And so, okay, got hyped, and we'll close with this. Homework. And if I'm anything, it's flawed. If I'm anything, I'm a mess. But if I'm one thing, it's I'm a continual student because I know that I don't know everything. And I know if I learn something, I often forget it. And I mean that in a sense that if you're not protecting yourself and your brain and your mind to the evolutionary process of growth, right? And that's a lot of words, right? But you have to understand that like we're in a sales, human, communicative business. And our job is to continue to talk and involve and have passionate conversations with our clients when they get nervous and agents when they get down and they get a chargeback or two. And your goal is to progress. And so how can we do that? We learn from different ways. And these are some of my favorite resources that for many of you, some of you have probably gone through these and many of you probably have never heard of these things, and that's okay. But I'm going to give you 4 things. And if you do them all, your business will be night and day. Light switch in the dark in 3 to 6 months. I'll snap again because it worked. Night in the dark in 3 to 6 months, if you'll commit to growing you, and these things will affect and impact and evolve all other areas of your life, but they'll heavily evolve your business. First, how to Win Friends and Influence People. If you read it 10 years ago, read it again. You are in a new philosophy today. I mean, just pages of highlighter and word tracks and ways to talk to other people. It'll help you in your business, it'll help you in your relationships, it'll definitely help you in recruiting, and it'll help you in your sales. How to Win Friends and Influence People. Number 2, Go Pro by Eric Worre. It's a book on recruiting, and it's from the MLM world. What's wild is when I showed up to insurance, we just sold insurance and talked to a few people, right? And now it's like, how do we roll this wheel as fast as possible? Because we know what we have. It's proven. I see Digna on here. Willie, the Latino market is in fire, right? Arriba to my Latinos, right? But at the same standpoint, the wheel is spinning. So How to Win Friends and Influence People, phenomenal book. Second book, Go Pro by Eric Worre. Go buy it on Amazon. It's a book about, it says network marketing, but it doesn't matter. It says how to become a network marketing professional, but just look at it as how to become a recruiting professional. Great concepts on how to have conversations with people, word tracks, specificity, what to say, how to challenge them, how to move them forward. Go get that book. Third is an audio by Jim Rohn, Jimrohn. Building My Network Marketing Business by Jim Rohn. It's about 55 minutes. I've listened to that audio no less than 100 times in my life. And it's just concepts and philosophies on how to have word tracks and your mindset about recruiting. And the thing is the network marketing MLM world you can't buy leads for it. So you have to recruit. You're talking to the Chili's server, the Applebee's server, your Amazon driver, your the proactive girl at the mall. You're talking to everybody because those are your prospects because you can't buy leads for it. We are unfortunately and fortunately blessed with the ability to purchase leads of interested people. We're blessed with that. That's how we sell insurance, is buying leads. But in every other industry, you got to go recruit, right? Even in real estate and mortgages, mortgages, maybe you get them fed from a realtor, but real estate, how do you go find more people that want to buy or sell real estate? So Go Pro, the Jim Rohn audio, how to build your network marketing business. And then last, there's a YouTube channel on YouTube called Charisma on Command. And they teach you how to talk better. And that's what this is, guys. We're just trying to get better. And so those 4 things would be my homework for you. You invest time. Now, is this go stop selling today and go buy the book on your Kindle and cancel your appointments? No, but this is what you carve into the nooks and crannies of your day. You've got your process. You get leads. You go protect families. You take care of your home. Keep your house in order. But then on top of that, you carve in a half hour, hour a day of learning, recruiting, and conversational tactics, of conversational things that will help you evolve. And without that, then we're just stuck, right? Don't get stuck. Don't stay where you are. Choose to progress, choose to get better. And this business will feed you and your family and the agents around you better than you could ever possibly believe. I'm so grateful that Andrew answered that Facebook ad back in the day. I'm grateful for my incredible staff. I'm grateful for Sean. I'm grateful for Zach, and I'm grateful for my team without them, I'd just be a guy. I'd just be a guy. So to all of you out there that have big goals, don't stop dreaming. Don't stop going after it. Don't stop believing, because we're helping people protect their families while protecting our own, and then teaching others how to do the same. It's noble business. I'm beyond grateful for all of you, and thank you for the time.